This is how we make money from raising broilers in a natural farming setup. It's another good morning here at Lames Farm. Thank God for the good weather. We woke up earlier today because we are gonna deliver the dressed chickens to our town, which is 45 minutes away from our farm. And before that, I need to feed our dogs and pack all the orders for today. Watch until the end of this video because we will share to you how we make money in our broilers even in the natural farming setup, which we all know that the growth is quite behind compared to the conventional one. As we have studied about natural farming, it is a system of farming where the laws of nature are applied to agricultural practices, so it must be a chemical-free traditional farming method. So we do not use antibiotics and artificial growth hormones. So basically the growth of our chickens are a bit behind from those conventional farms, as I have said earlier, as they have 45 days growing time, which actually got lessened from time to time from 45 down to 35 days nowadays. Yeah, there are some farms who grow broilers in just 30 and even 28 days, and for sure they are using some artificial growth hormones to expedite the growth of their chickens. Wow, it's totally good in terms of business or making money, but we don't like its effect to us humans. I'll show you an illustration I've seen on Instagram. Maybe this will help you as well to think about the food that we intake. As the quote says, we are what we eat. So this information I've got from Healthy Lifestyle 247 on Instagram. So let me read this idea, which actually supports the opinion that I have in my mind. It says here, people before the 1980s were lean, attractive, and healthy. Where did it all go wrong? It says, people before the 1980s seemed like they were able to remain effortlessly thin despite not counting calories, going on extreme diet, or owning gym membership, which we all know costly. So the more we innovate, the more our lives become expensive. Yes, technology are actually making our lives easier, but I observed that it's making everything expensive. But yeah, I'll show you the exact thing that I want to show you about the chicken. So you maybe check their account on Instagram. So this one, industrial farming techniques have caused chickens to grow by 364% in the last 5 decades, and humans, we have followed a similar trend. So this somehow justifies my thoughts about why our body grows dramatically big even in the normal amount of food we intake, which is just the same as how our ancestors eat. Well, I don't have the right to confirm it as I do not have a proper study regarding this, but it is actually just an opinion that others believes in as well. So these are the chickens we butchered. Actually, in our case, in our farm, We grow our broilers up to 55 days and even reaches up to 70 days because we do not inject any artificial growth hormones and we do not give them antibiotics. In terms of feeds, we observe that whenever we feed them too much, they actually get sick. So we just feed them moderately. Commercial feeds during breakfast and dinner, then natural food during lunch, which are a mixture of azola, madre de agua, and rice bran. Sometimes we mix it with coconut waste or grated coconut. Then we mix their drinking water with fermented fruit juice as their potassium source, calphos as their calcium supplement, FAA or FAA as their amino acid source, FPJ to strengthen our broilers, and OHN which acts as their natural antibiotic. Well, broilers are really sensitive, so you have to be careful in growing them. That's why me personally, I really prefer native chickens because they're less sensitive, less maintained, and we can grow them fully organic. So if you want to go fully organic, make sure to get a native chicken. We buy our broiler chicks from a trusted supplier and thankfully they give us free chicks, around 5 to 10 chicks, as a cover up to whenever there is a mortality. So in order for us to make money, we have to make sure that the death rate will not be more than 10% of the quantity. So number one answer to our how is proper management, from the chick arrival, feeding for growth, supplements, housing and lighting, disease treatment, recording. So those things are very critical in terms of management, which is also similar as how conventional farming does. But in our case, natural farmers, the labor is quite intensive, especially during their sickness. We naturally make their treatment, unlike in conventional farming. They just buy and ask a technician to inject or give it directly to their chickens, which is actually costly financially and risky for humans' health. We natural farmers know exactly how healthily we grow our chickens, and the amount of work we do is something that must be paid off. We all know that since conventional broiler farming has less duration in terms of growing, so definitely they can lower their price for volume market. But our case is different, and yes, it is really hard whenever we sell products that are high in price. That's why we have to be resourceful and creative, which is the number three answer to our how. Because many are actually choosing the cheap dressed chickens, even though they know the health risk. And what we do is we give them complimentary for every chicken they buy. And I will show you later how we pack our dressed chicken to attract customers. So now I will show you how we pack our dressed chickens. Our price is higher than the price in the market because we grow them longer. So in able for us to attract more customers, we just give them complimentary papaya, lemongrass, and chili, which is not an additional cost for us since we grow it in our farm. We know that we love freebies and we are happy whenever we receive something for free. So we just give them away, this papaya, lemongrass, and chili, since it's not that hard to grow. We just grow them at the available spaces in our farm. So this is somehow something we can give back to our customers. These complimentaries are actually for chicken soup. Most of our customers are actually buying again and again because they said the quality of the meat is quite different. It's like a native chicken. So here it is, guys. This is how our dressed chicken looks like. So let's do the recap on how we make money from broilers in natural farming setup. Number one is proper management. We are actually still in the process of learning, but we just embrace the process. Number two is do not lower your price. So you have to make sure that you record everything, like every cost that you have, and never neglect the amount of labor that you had. Actually, our pricing is not costly because in the long run, the way we farm is actually beneficial to the health of human beings. And last but not the least, be resourceful and creative in selling your chickens. So that's all for today's video, guys. We hope that you learned something from us, and we are looking forward for you to do natural farming as well in raising your broilers. Thank you so much and have a good day. Play lang siya. Ay, Debo, no. Lo, 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 lo. Shh, Debo Chang, no. Shh, Debo. Ew. Lo. Lo.